Good evening, guys. I'm going to make a video presentation about trimming of capsize vessel. I've been I have been in a vacation. That's why I have been absent for quite a long time. So here I am. We'll continue my video presentation. Now, this is now practice number 9. So again, this is one way of practicing that you will have confidence in trimming two holes with the capsize vessel or any vessel for that matter. So let's start, guys. Here I am. I had a uh, loading sequence or loading plan which was made by shipmate Kabanig Rocky A. Kabanig. Okay. I was also on this vessel. I was the one who relieved shipmate Kabanig. So this is his previous loading plan or loading sequence. Okay. The name of the vessel is Cape Odyssey. Okay. This is a capsize vessel or 9 holes vessel. The load port is Port Headland and discharging port is Pohang, South Korea. The cargo is iron ore, and here are the cargoes for each cargo hold. Okay. From 1 to 9 with uh, two different kinds of what you call this character or different kind of cargo. Let's say you have Yandy finds and Mach finds. Mach finds are even numbers 8, 6, 4, 2. And Yandy finds are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Okay. The total cargo is 199,410 metric tons. Okay. The dock water at berth is 1.025 or seawater. Okay. And the maximum sailing drop is 17.86. The air drop is 24 meters, which is quite high. So let's start, guys. This is the port number, 4 from 1 to 20. Okay. And the number of holes to be loaded is 573. So these are odd numbers. Okay. So they start with odd numbers, then followed with even numbers. Okay. And the trimming amount of cargo is 5,000 in hold number 8 and 2. Okay. This is the cargo for each hold. Let's say number 5, you load 9,000. Number 7, you load 12,300 and 3, 10,950 and so on. Until you go to the loading trimming amount of cargo to be trimmed in hold 8 and 2. Okay, so 5,000 is the trimming amount of cargo to be trimmed for trimming. Okay, then you have here the ballast operations. Then up before completion, you have to strip the ballast. Okay, take note that in pour number 18, this is the last hold to be loaded of 11,000. After this one, the loading operation will stop, and the foreman will advise the chief officer and the drop surveyor to make a drop reading around the vessel to compute the cargo remaining for trimming. Okay, this will be pour number 18. Then here you have forward and up drop, bending moments, shearing force, the air drop, and the mid drop, the trim. Okay, this is the observed values airdrop in every sequence. Okay, okay. Now we go to for number 18. For example, in for number 18, after completion in hold number 2 of loading of 11,000, the foreman has already advised the duty officer that he has stopped loading, and chief officer and a surveyor documents draft reading around the vessel, forward, up, mean, port, starboard, okay? And upon completion of reading the draft around the vessel, the the surveyor and the chief officer agreed that forward draft, okay, forward draft is 17.15. So you put this to your program. This is the your vessel kept Odyssey. So forward is 17.15. Okay, put it in your program. 17.15, and updraft is how much? Updraft. I'm sorry. Updraft is 17.61. Okay, 17.61. Put there 17.61. Okay, 17.61. Take note that your main drop is 1738. You are trimmed by the stern of 0.46 because you have more drop up than your drop forward. Of course, since the chief officer and the surveyor, the reading on actual midport is 17.38, and actual mid starboard is 17.38. There's no list, okay? Now, take note, the the density at birth is 1.025. Upon completion is 1.0.25. Okay. So what is our departure drop? Your departure drop, mid drop. When you say final mid drop, this is your departure drop. So our final departure drop is this one. So mid drop and the final departure drop is 17.75, and the trim is 23 centimeters. So 17.75. So in your program, you put 17.75. 17.75. Okay. Confirm? Okay, 17.75. Take note, when you put 17.75, automatically it will show you the sinkage of 0.37 centimeters. So how did you get sinkage? Is your mid drop of 17.75 minus 17.38 is 0.37 meters or 37 centimeters. And this is his recommended cargo for loading. So this is your recommended cargo to load for trimming, which is 5,132. If you run it up, so he's more than 132 metric tons. So how did you get this number? Click this one, then you have the formula. K8, which is letter K, and row 8, this is the sinkage, that will be your sinkage, times M3, M, and row 3, that will be your TPC times 100. Again, sinkage times TPC times 100, then you will have 500, 1031.7. Now take note, if this is your final departure drop or final mid drop, you interpolate the TPC of your departure drop, which is 17.75. And the TPC would be 13869. So you put here 13869, okay? So you scroll down, and you run out this number. That will be 5132. So put there 5132. 5132. Okay, that's already run up. Take note of this figure here. When you press enter, so results after loading 5132, your mid drop will be 17.75, which is exactly the same here. And your sinkage is 0.37, exactly the same here. Okay, and there's another way of getting sinkage is weight over TPC times 100. So your weight is 5132 over your TPC of 13869 over 100, then your sinkage is 0.37. Okay, there's another way of getting the sinkage, but the best part, the easiest part is your mid drop minus your departure drop minus your mid drop, then you will have 0.37. Okay, then there's another way of getting the final mid drop. So your weight is 5132. Okay, 5132. Then put your TPC of your initial drop of 13867. So put this 13867. Put this 138.67. Okay. Then the weight divided by TPC is 37.01 divided by 100, that will be 0.37. That will be your sinkage. So your present drop of 13.38 plus your sinkage of 0.37, that will be 17.75, which is this one. Okay, there's another way of getting your mid drop. Since your departure drop is 1775 and your TPC is 13869, so you put this to 13869, just plus equals and this one, that you still get the number of 17.75. So the recommended cargo to load is 5131.7. The actual cargo to load is 5132. Then you have a difference of 0.3. Okay, that's small. Then there's another way of getting the weight. So the weight is change of trim times TPC times 100 over distance. Okay, so I have your change of trim. How much is your change of trim? You scroll down. Change of trim is 0.26. 0.26 that you have there. MTC, what is your MTC? MTC is 298727, and your distance is distance from LCF is 15.161, which is this one. Okay, 15.161. Okay, so what you do, just to give you an idea. So your change of trim is 0.26. So click this one, then you put here 26. Okay, that will be 6. Okay, your MTC is 2987. 2987. Put the 7.27. Okay. 27, and your distance is 15.161. 15, make this 5, then 161. 161. Okay, there you go. So change of trim is 0.26. You have this one times MTC of 2987.27, which is this one, and your distance is 15.161. Okay, then you get the value of 5132 this one, the value of 5132. If you click this one, you can see the formula, and you click this one, you can also see the formula. Okay? Then what happens, after you load 5132, this will be our actual cargo to load for trimming, then go to trim molds 2. You go to trim molds 2, take note of the cargo, trim with 2 holes, this is trim 2 holes, cargo is 5132, this is the initial drop, main drop, trim, MTC, LCM, and TPC. The trimming hold is 2, okay? But take note, this will change, okay? If you put, let's say for example, 1, enter, and 9. And take note, the cargo has changed, 1 and 9, and here 1 and 9. But our trimming hold is 2 and 8. So put there 2, then put there 8, okay? And take note, changes to 2 and 8, and here 2 and 8, okay? So when you put already the trimming hold of 2 and 8, what will be our trim? Final trim. So let's check the loading plan, and the trim says 23, okay? 23 centimeters or 0.23 meters. So put here, go back to your program, trim should be 0.23. 0.23. And he will tell you how much to load in hole number 2 and number 8. So number 2, you have to load 25, round it up, 2593. 2593, 25, put here, 2593, 2593. And number 8 will be 2539, 2539, okay? And your departure drop, forward will be 1764, up will be 1787, trim of 23 centimeters, and main drop is 1775. Forward is 1764, forward is 1764, this is 1763, and up drop is 1786, okay? 1786, 1787, but your trim is 023. What matters more is your mean, which is 1775, and your deflection is 0. How did I get this mid drop? Put this equals, okay? Then you go to form 6. Once you load 315132, then this will be your departure drop. Press enter. There he goes. And your main drop, put equals. This will be your main drop, okay? Then your deflection is 0. Then go back to form number 6. Take note of the cargo to load in number 2 is 2593 and 8 is 2539, okay? 2593 and 2539, okay? Then you put here the cargo holds to be loaded for trimming, the weight, and then put the LCG. So what is the LCG of number 2? Number 2 LCG. Number 2 LCG is negative 9186. Number 2 is 9186. Number 8 is 6750. 8 is 6750. Okay, once confirmed, then your departure drop forward is 1764. 1764, and your updraft is 1786, and what you have in your program is 1787, and your trim is 23, and your mean is 1750, and you have a 0 deflection here, okay? So this is your program number 1, program number 2, trim 2 holes, okay? And you have your trim table. Take note of the trimming amount of cargo. is 5132, trimming hold is 2 and 8, and the cargo on each hold. Then we apply the forward correction of holds 2 and 8. So when we get this one, trim correction table, which is the Cape ODC. So what is our departure drop? Our departure drop is almost 18, okay? 18 meters. 17 so 18 meters. So you check for 18 meters, this one. And what will be trimming hold is hold number 2. This one. So this one, highlight it with red, and that will be our trimming hold. So forward correction is 2.3. So you put here 2.3. And up correction is how much? Is negative 0.8. Negative 0.8, okay? And number 8, how much is number 8? Scroll down, look for hold number 8. Number 8 forward is negative 0.4. Here, negative 0.4, and up is how much? Up is 1.8. So put here 1.8, okay? Take note of the drop. Drop forward is 1764 and 1786. 1764 and 1786. Your trim should be 23 and your mid drop should be 1775. Check. 6486. And your trim is 21. So what we do, we adjust to make this 23, okay? So put this to, let's say, 181. Take note of the trim and the drop here for up. 22, it has increased. Make this 182. Take note if the trim will increase, push enter. Still, now change, then put it to 83. Okay, and make this 84. And still nothing changed, make this 85, for example. Then your trim is 17, but your main is 76. This should be 75. Okay, so reduce this one. This should be, if you make this 84, how much would that be? 22, okay? Put this for 8, 23, but your main is 76, so you have to reduce this one. Okay, we'll reduce this one to 5. There you go. Trim is 24. If you reduce this one, trim is 24. So you make this 6. 6. 24. Make the 7. For example, notice your main drop is, should I make this 27? Okay, and there. Your trim is 23 centimeters. Your main drop is 75, 70.75, and your mid drop is 70.75. Your forward drop is 64 and 87. So how much is your loading plan? 64.87, but your main drop is, departure drop is 17.77. This is the same, okay? The same with your trim holds too. 64.87. You have here 64.87, and form number 6 is 64.87, okay? But you must still maintain the main drop of 17.75. So this is program number 1, program number 2, program number 3. And we have the last one, we have the, by the way, the flexion is 0. First, this one doesn't say which hold are we going to load first, it's 2 or 8. So I made a program that we should load first number 8 so that we will have a trim before loading in hold number 2. So take note of the figures here. Hold number is 2539. 2539. The correction forward is 0.4, 0.4 negative, and up is 1.48848, then we have the 1485. You can uh, adjust this one and increase this one. That will be 1848, exactly the same. In hold number 2, 2593, correction is 2.27, and you have a negative 0.8. Okay? This is your initial drop. After completed loading number 8, this will be your forward drop and up drop after loading 2539. Carry this down, then you load hold number 2. After loading hold number 2, drop forward will be 7.64, and up drop will be 7.87. Your trim will be 0.23. Main drop is 17.75, and your deflection is 0. Now, you will ask, why did I adjust this forward and up correction? Okay? Why? Because according to your plan, okay, your mid drop should be, departure drop is 7.75, and your forward should be 1763, and up will be 1786. With this plan of yours, okay, with your mid drop of 1775 and your main drop of 775. So this correction is exactly the same spot where they should be to to get this actual drop of 1764, forward and up is 1787, main drop is 1775, main drop is 1775, and trim is 0.23. So with this position of a forward and up correction, this is the exact point where they should lie or race, or where they should be in that position. Forward and up correction. It should be this exact point where they should be. That's why you get the departure drop of mid drop of 1775 and main drop of 17.75. And here you have your zero deflection. Okay? This is your third program, and the fourth program will be form number 7, which is how to find drop and trim when handling weights involving large changes in main drop. So our initial drop of loading density was 1.025, 1.025, and upon completion of loading is 1.025, okay? And the initial drop forward is 17, 15, and up is 1761. So you have here 1715 and 1761. Okay, that is the same your initial. And your mid drop is 1738 trim. Okay, then you apply now the cargo holds for trimming 2 and 8. How much to load in hole number 2? 2593. Number 2 is 2593. And number 8 is 2539. 2539. And the LCG of hole number 2? LCG of hole number 2 is 91.96 negative. 91.96 negative, and 8 will be 6750. Number 8 is 6750. Okay? Then this will be your departure drop of 17.751, and your forward and up drop is 1763 forward, 1787 main, and your trim is 1723, and your deflection is 0. So you have 4 programs to back you up. For number 7, by trim table, by 3 modes 2, and form number 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This is for the vessel of Cape of the Sea, which is according to the sailing plan, okay, or loading plan of Cape of the Sea. Now, we will apply this to other capesize vessel, okay, using the same loading plan, okay. So we go now to CPO Europe, and the drop forward is 1715, right? 1715 and 61. So 1715. Okay, 1715. 17.15, and the up is 17.61. Okay, confirm. Okay, your main drop is 738 and is trimmed by the stern of 046. Okay, you apply the actual mid port, which is 1738, 17.38, and starboard is 17.38. No list, okay? And your departure drop is how much? Is 1775, okay? 1775. Put here 17.75, okay? Then your sinkage is 37 centimeters. Take note that this is CPO Europe, okay? And his LPP is 283, while the Cape of the Sea, the LPP is 290. So there's a quite big difference. This one is longer, okay? So we go to CPO Europe, okay? So departure is 1775, and his recommended cargo to load is 5105.8. You scroll down, okay? How'd you get this one? 17.75 minus 17.38, that will be 0.37. To get this recommended cargo for trimming is get the formula sinkage times TPC times 100, then you get this one. Okay? So scroll down. Then apply this number to round numbers. That will be 5106. Take note of this drop, okay, and sinkage. 5106. 5106. If you round it up, then departure made will be 17.75, which is the same here, and your sinkage is 0.37, okay? Then, here, the weight is 5106, and you apply the departure TPC of 13799, which is this one. Then you will have the final departure of 17.75, which is the same here. And you have a difference of 0.2 difference, okay? Then, if you apply this formula, change of trim MTC times 100 times distance, then you will have 5108, okay? We got this. Put this to, put this down, scroll a bit, take this one, copy, we go to CPU Europe, and you paste it here. Then, your change of trim cost, how much is your change of trim? Change of trim is this one, okay? Press enter, and your MTC is 2939.84. MTC is 2939.84, and your distance is negative 14.946. Distance is 14.946, okay? Then your cargo for trimming is 5106 if you round off this one, okay? Then you apply it here. That will be 260. 260. You put this 60. The MTC is 239 2939.84. That should be 84. 84. And your distance is 14946. 14946. 946. Okay. You do the operation and you will get this 5106, which is the same with your this weight here, okay? Then okay, there's another way of getting your sinkage is weight over TPC times 100. Your weight is 5106 divided by your TPC. TPC is 137.99 divided by 100, then you will have your sinkage of 0.37. Take note, then you go to 3 moles 2, says here, go to 3 moles 2, take note of the cargo hold or cargo 5106, and your trimming hold is 2 and 8, right? This is the initial drop, mean drop, trim, the MTC, LCP, and TPC. So how much are, scroll down, you have already put here your trimming hold 2 and 8, and your final trim should be how much? Should be 0.23, okay? Put here 0.23, enter, and you have to load a number 2 of 2488, okay? Run it up, 2488, 2488, and number 8 will be 2618, 2618, and your departure drop would be forward will be 1764, up will be 1787, trim of 023, and your main drop is 1775, and you have zero deflection, which is for number 6. After loading number 2, 2488, number 8 is 2618, apply the LCG, and your departure drop would be forward will be 1764 and 1787, which is the same here, 6487, and your trim is 23 centimeters, and your main drop is 1775, and your deflection here is 0. That will be program number 1, program number 2, and program number 3 by trim table. Okay, so we go to the trimming table, which is MB Europe. So we go to number 8, drop number 18, and holds 2. Forward is 2.3. So apply here 2.3, 2.3, and up correction is how much? Negative 0.8, which is the same. Okay, and number 8, forward correction, how much for number 8? Scroll down. Number 8, forward correction is negative 0.4, negative 0.4, and up correction is how much? Up correction is 1.8 positive. So what this should be, I'm sorry, 1.8, 1.8. Okay, take note, the drop, the trim is 26. This should be 23. Okay, so forward we have to add, so put this, make it 4 example, that will be 64. Okay, and make this, okay, so we adjust now in number 8, 64, that will take out this one, 38 for example. So we take out this one, that will be, mean drop is 76 more, so we take out 78, 76, I'm sorry, 76, 23, so drop forward is 764, up is 787, and we have mean and mean and mid is 1775, trim is 0. So forward is 1764, 1764, and 8, up is 1787, 1787, and now they are now the same. Okay, 6487. So we have now the right draft. The mid departure should be 1775, and main is 1775. Forward is 764 and 787. So we have again to adjust the correction to place them in the right position, okay, to get this drop, and the deflection is 0. Okay, again you have to load first in number 8, which is 2618. Okay, apply the forward and up correction. After completion, hold number 8, you load in hold number 2, which is 2488, and apply the forward knob correction. Okay, 238, negative 0.8, and negative 0.4, and 176. Okay, and the departure drop forward is 1764, up is 1787, trim is 023. Excuse me, mean drop is 1775, and your zero deflection. This is, okay, program. This is program number 1, form number 6. Program number 2, trim 2 holes. And program number 3 by trim table. And the last program will be form number 7, which is how to find drop and trim when handling weights involving large changes in mean drop. Okay, your initial density was 1.025, and upon completion is 1.025. Okay, and your drop forward is 1715, and up is 1761. Okay, 1715 and 1761. Okay, take note of the LPP is 2A3, okay, which is less. Then you scroll down, apply the cargo hold for 2 and 8. 2 is 2488, okay, 2488. 2488, and 8 is 2618. 2618, apply the LCG. LCG of 2. What is the LCG of 2? LCG of 2. LCG of 2 is 92854. 92854, and 8 is 6433. 8 is 6433. Okay, confirm. Then you scroll down. This will be your mid drop of 17752, and your forward and up departure is forward is 1760, up is 1791, and mid drop is 17. But your trim here is 31, should be 23. It is something wrong here. Okay, so 1752, your displacement should be 25988. 25988. Yeah. And your LCF is 098. LCF is okay. So this is where it press equals. LCF, push the LCF 95. Enter. Your TPC, put equals. Scroll down. What is your TPC? Should be 13798. Enter. And your TPC LCB equals. What is your LCB? LCB is negative 694. Enter. Then your MTC, put equals. MTC is how much? MTC is this one. Enter. Then your drop forward is 1764, and your drop up is 1787. Your main drop is 1775, and your trim is 17, almost 23 centimeters. Okay, that will be 1764, 1787. 1764, 1787. Okay, if there's something, again, if there's something wrong with your drop, double check your LCF, TPC, LCB, and MTC with this form here, because you have the right departure drop of 1771.2, which is this one. So the LCF should be in this drop. That's why I put equals to correct the LCB, LCF, TPC, MTC. Now you have the right drop of forward 1764, 1787, and 1775. And your trim is 23. Okay. Then your deflection here is, so what is your mid drop? Equals, you go to trim holes 6. Your mid drop is this one. Okay. Enter. And your main drop equals, this is your main drop, then your deflection is 0. Okay? So you have 4 programs. 1, for number 6, trim 2 holes, by trim table, and your for number 7, this one. So this is for CPO Europe. Then the third vessel will be Cape United. Okay? Drop forward. Take note of the LPP is 29290. While the Cape Odyssey TPC is 290.2. So almost the same. Okay? So this is Cape United. Cape United. This is also a Cape size vessel. Then we go. Forward is how much? 715, 1761. 1715, 17.15, 17.61. Okay? Then you have here your main drop. Then you are trimmed by the stern. So your mid port, actual mid port would also be 17.38, and mid starboard the same of 17.38. Okay? And your departure drop is how much? Would be 1775. Okay? 1775. 17.75. Okay? And take note, the sinkage is 037. And the recommended cargo to load is 5106. Okay? So put here 5106. Take note of this one. This will change. 5106. 5106. Then your departure made is 1750. Same here, and your sinkage is 0.37. Okay? Weight is 1706, and the TPC, departure TPC should be 1799. Okay? Divide the weight by your TPC is 37, divide 100 is 0.37. Your present drop is 1738 plus your sinkage of 0.37, then your final weight drop is 1775, which is the same here. Okay? There's a difference only of 0.2. Take note of the weight is 5106, 5106 here. Okay? So what is the change of trim? That will be 0261. 261. Okay? It is 61. Your MTC is 2939. 2939.84. 84. And your distance is 15. 15.031. So take note, 0261, 299.84, and 115.031. Then your weight is 5106. Okay? And I'll just add this one here. Okay, that will be CPU Europe. Syncage, okay? Copy CPU Europe. Okay, copy, paste. Then your syncage is 37, okay? This is, then you go to trim holes 2. Take note of the cargo 5106, initial drop, main drop, trim, MTC, and LCF. The loading hold is 2 and 8, and the trim is 0.23. Okay, what is 23? Then how much are you going to load in number 2 and 8? 2 is 2554. So put here 2554, 2554. And number 8 should be 2552. 2552. And your drop forward and up is, forward is 1764, 1787, 0.23. Mean drop is 17.5, and your deflection is 0. So 76487. Put here 764 and 1787. Okay? The same with form number 6 and through holes. You go to your by trim table, take note of the cargo 5106, the trimming hold, and the amount of cargo in its hold. You apply now the forward correction, forward and up correction. Forward in number 2, 18 meters. Okay, 18 meters. You highlight this one, make it red and bold. You go to number 8, that is letter L. Number 8, letter L. So highlight this one, bold and bold. Okay, then you go to trim 2 holes. Hold number 2, 2.3. So this should be 2.3. Up is how much? Up is negative 0.8. Negative 0.8. Okay. Number 8, forward is how much? Scroll down. Negative 0.4. And up is how much? 1.8. Positive 1.8. Okay. This is MB Cape United, the third capsize vessel. Okay. So how much now is the drop? Upon applying the forward and up correction, drop forward is 1764, up is 1787, mean drop is 1775, mid 75, and you have a trim here. Okay? So we're lucky we have not, we cannot, we are lucky that we did not adjust this drop. Okay? So that's it. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 8 is how much? Number 8, up is 1.8, but here we adjust to 182. Okay, so just a little adjustment, then you have this drop. The same with your trim 2 holds, 6487, 6487, form number 6, 6487. Okay, the same. Then the fourth program, form number 7, which is how to find drop and trim wind handling weights involving large changes in wind drop. So initial density was 1.25, and after completion or before completion 1.25 is the density. Forward drop is 1715 and 1761. 1715 and 1761. Okay? and trimming hold is 2 and 8, and the cargo to load in 2 and 8 is 2 is 255, 2554, 2554, and 2552. Okay. Then check the LCG of number 2 is 9196. Number 2 is 9196 negative, and 8 is 6750. 8 is 6750. So confirm. Then what will be our departure drop? The main drop is 17.752, and the forward and up correction is 1764, 1787, which is the same here, and the trim is 17.23 if you're on top, and the main drop is 1775. Then the deflection is 0. Okay? So you have 3 programs of 4 programs, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4 programs to back you up. With the different vessels, this is Cape United. Okay? Cape United. Then you have CPO Europe. Okay? The same drop. And the last one is Cape Odyssey. Okay? And the same drop of 1764, 87, 75, 75, 323. Okay? So this is a very good program because you have 4 programs to back you up of your departure drop. So that's it, guys. If you like this video, please click the like button, share, and subscribe. And please don't forget to click the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and good night.